energy itself is the fucking demon, right? Like, what if that's just another way of describing a perfectly natural fucking
phenomenon,
pattern of things? Yeah, like you go, and then like they have these like, you go to the Catholic Church and you talk to an exorcist type priest who still does that kind of stuff, and there are different types of demons, and like these are just describing like different types of negative energies that have like profound effects on people, and it echoes. Oh, it echoes. Fucking like people who are depressed. I've always had this like theory that like a lot of it has to do with repetitive negative thought patterns that they get caught up in. And like you can actually fucking train your brain to stop focusing on certain things. Like
that's CBT.
What's that?
Cognitive behavioral therapy.
Oh,
therapy.
Yeah.
Basically.
I didn't know there was a name for it, but
yeah, they're called ANTs, automatic negative thoughts. So you can reprogram your brain. It's doable. It's not something difficult.
Cool. I'm glad somebody's actually doing this because like I have not heard about that before. It's like this was something I kind of came up with independently, just sort of worked for me, But like how to deal with fucking the stress of a lot of the stuff that we fucking run into. It's like
okay, very basic things like my house is a mess. Oh, I can't be asked to clean it. Why? Because it's such a mess.
Right.
Like,
exactly. And
like
then that makes you feel like shit, and then you like feel like shit, so then you can't clean it, and all you got to do is just go, okay, look, I'm gonna just do one thing right now. I'm just gonna focus on this one thing, not think about all that other shit, But yeah, like there's they call it fucking there's demonic possession, and then there's demonic harassment and obsession. And most people are fucking like at least somewhat harassed by a demonic entity of some sort, especially today. And you can see it like in sort of compulsive behavior, especially damaging compulsive behavior. Like it's like as if like your body can't fucking stop, It's as if like you have to have this thing.
It's just addiction though. I don't know.
Right. You could call it that, but you could also think of it as being its own entity that feeds off of this negative, that like this the damage that it causes in our world,
Hi, Falkensbergs, I'm back. We had a useful conversation without you. Been great.
Oh, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hi.
But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's I think for some people it's helpful to think of it that way because it's hard for them to sort of cognify these like greater concepts or like understand like brain chemistry or it's like an easy way for dumb people to understand what the fuck is going on. It's like, oh yeah, I'm being haunted by a demon, I need to fucking get this out of here. And whatever you think it may be, whether it's a placebo effect or not, it fucking works,
Yeah, placebo effects are real. That's the funny thing about placebo. So it is 100% real. Like people are like, oh, placebo effect's real. Like you don't get how real it is, how like absolutely fucking real it is.
The placebo effect is 100% real. It
is confirmed by science. Yeah. By non-placebo techniques.
No.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Reiki. You guys know what Reiki is? The fucking energy healing shit where they don't touch you.
I don't know about that, mate.
Sounds white.
I don't know.
It's some hyper fucking dimensional hippie shit, where like you fucking put your hands over somebody and go whatever. And you like it's insane, right? But there's part of me that thinks like, well, maybe just having somebody focus intention on your specific problem itself is fucking useful. It's like it
makes
like your body. Yeah,
but you have to be aware of it, no?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, plants.
I think you have to be aware, yeah.
Like that plants can read your intention, right?
Plants.
That's why they're dying around me.
Probably.
What's dying around you?
The plants.
No, it's because you don't water them, you lazy dindu.
Well, I honestly believe that white people was nature's final attempt of actually creating a human that will actually fix itself. Since white people are like the only people on the planet that actually give a shit about nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
This is getting very esoteric.
Well, it's
I
true
think
though.
it's getting esoteric, but in terms of like pointing out that white people want to make the planet better, like I don't think we'd be facing a situation where
we love the
80%
planet so much that we're.
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't think we're facing it. I don't think we'd be facing a future where like 90 all the species are going to die if whites rule the world. It's actually the most of all the arguments I've heard of like white supremacism. That is the best one. That whites would look after all the non-human creatures. Because
but to argue that the planet made white people is a little weird.
Yeah, well, we evolved.
Who took care of black?
If the planet makes it, if everyone's been made by the planet, which arguably they have.
No, I mean like an intent. I don't think you can assign intent.
Yeah, we agree. We all agree. But the point is, like.
No, we don't. Nothing much is a weirdo.
Huh?
He's saying that the planet created white people.
Oh, it's maybe but don't get hung up on one word.
That's
grows like a tumor.
Don't get hung up on one word. The main thrust is that actually a good reason for white people to control the planet would be that they would look after all the fucking animals and plants. Because white people seem to be like, oh, look at those pretty animals, let's put them in a zoo. Oh, look at that beautiful bird. Oh, it's got so many colors.
Well,
whereas like Chinese are like, that bird, I wonder what sauce I could eat that with. And the Africans don't have a zoo. Like, so
the Africans,
they
don't domesticate. They take the trunks off of elephants and make them endangered. That's all they fucking do.
Yeah. Let's be honest. They do that for capitalist incentive. They wouldn't just be shooting rhinos.
Oh yeah, it's Jewish. It's fucking Jewish. Very Jewish.
They weren't looking after animals anyway. But when but they didn't kill the animals because they just had fucking spears. When you give them guns and cities and all that sort of shit.
Yeah. Lately, we should just kill all the Africans, honestly. First all the Africans, then the Chinese, then the mixed race ones.
The Africans, I think we should kill off. I would say that the mulattoes. Sorry about that.
All the mongrels too.
Yes, just everyone who's non-Germanic. Everyone else.
Yes.
You guys.
Italians, fuck them. Fuck the Italians.
Hey, at least we do give a shit about nature too. Come on.
The northern Italians do.
Yeah, so do the southern Italians. Well, let me check. Let me take a look at what Sicily is like.
Have you been to Naples? They have like no garbage service over there. They just pile it up in the streets.
Naples?
Yeah, Naples is a shithole.
Hold on, let me check.
You don't know where Naples is?
Nope.
God damn.
Oh, that's. Well, dude, what do you expect? Our fucking education system's awful. I only had 1 year. That was in middle school of fucking geography. That was it, and it only
educate yourself then.
Do you know what I find mind blowing? Is that like no.
Is that a robot voice? What, mate? You're in your...
That was mind blowing.
You know, it's mind blowing that you're chatting to me on a phone.
Dude, bro, fucking radio waves and stuff. How the fuck does that work, man? Fucking whoa.
Oh, go
bro,
on.
you ever
Pass the joint, man? I agree.
Hey, bro, you ever just take a big old rip of fucking Hindu purple Kush thunderfuck Alaska, and then just and just sit back and think about radio waves, man? Fucking Marconi, bro. Holy shit.
I thought you were going to make a point. Get back on track.
Oh yeah. No, I think it's funny. So not once in school did they ever teach us that there's this thing called primary perception, right? Wherein plants and fucking bacteria can actually react to your emotional state without even touching you.
I don't know. I'd have to see lots of hard evidence for that one, mate. I find that doesn't fit into my worldview of how things function. Because triangle is triangle-shaped hole. It's like triangle goes into triangle-shaped hole, not triangle is magically gravitated. I have to pick it up with my fucking hand, dude.
Let me help you out
magic,
here.
Man.
Hey,
magical thinking.
Hey, it's not magic, dude. Let me help you out here, okay? So for who was an FBI, he was a polygraph operator, right? And back in the 60s.
Aren't real. Polygraphs are bullshit.
What's that? Yeah,
polygraphs just measure your fucking skin temperature and like sweat
it
level.
measures salinity.
Yeah.
Right, but what it does is it also measures like electrical changes in your skin, right? That's the idea. It's conductivity, right?
Okay, so if it's a bit thunderous weather, fucking hell, suddenly you're a liar. Or hey, it's a bit hot, you're sweaty. Oh, good. Now you're.
They establish a baseline.
Let's finish the point here first before we get too far off, okay? So, what happened was he hooked up a plant to a polygraph machine, right? And he had a woman cut her hand, right, with an X-Acto knife, like while being in the same room as the plant, right? And the plant reacted to it. The plant, like, within a few seconds, started fucking reading off the charts on the fucking polygraph machine. Now, they also did this with bacteria and yogurt, right? And he fed yogurt milk, and a yogurt that was adjacent to that yogurt started reacting as if it was looking for its own fucking milk. Then,
that makes sense to me, but I don't see how a plant going after blood makes sense.
Right, and so then
look, there's forces we don't understand. It's like this, mate. There's forces that we don't understand. I'll accept that we only understand like 1% of biology, and 99% of it is a complete fucking mystery. I'll accept that. And I live in Cambridge. I mean, real hardcore, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge, world-class scientists, right? I have a neuroscientist friend, right? But the 1% we do know, we do actually fucking know, right? Now we could be wrong about it. We could be we can have assertions that are wrong and correct them and all that sort of stuff. But although we don't know 99%, like the 1% we do know, and the 1% does seem to contradict a significant amount of what you're saying. But like,
well,
when it comes to like your placebo shit,
right?
But if it came down to your placebo shit, man, like I do think there are a lot of people who get cancer and like they give up and they just die, and there's the cancer patients who don't give up and refuse to like accept the doctor's diagnosis and they make it, right?
So the thing is that this is a repeatable experiment, right? So 40 years later, MythBusters, the show, right, tried specifically to disprove this fucking thing.
MythBusters is fucking unscientific, man. Come on.
Okay, but they repeated the exact same fucking experiment. They were like, this is retarded, right? And they repeated the exact same this experiment that this guy did with the polygraph machines and it being able to read your intention through a plant. And what they did is they brought a ficus into a fucking Connex, try to shield it from radio waves and outside interference. And they were able to, like, the first thing that they did was they just stood there, right, as a control. So like, sort of baseline reading was just this, low level, activity from the plant. Then the dude hit the plant with a bat, right? And it responded to it being hit. And then, And then the next thing that he did was he just stood there and imagined the plant burning, and it reacted even stronger than when he actually hit it with a bat.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well,
really?
I don't know, man. Like,
go look it up on YouTube. Go look it up on YouTube right now. Look at Steve Baxter.
Well, the plant just got fucking hit by a bat. Who knows what it's doing?
Yeah.
Right? Like, plants are much more sophisticated. Like, there are more moving parts in a single leaf than an entire space shuttle. Like, we don't.
Dude, they're conscious beings, just like the fucking we are. They just live on a different time scale. Like, go watch fucking the private.
Plants have feelings, primary perception.
Yeah, check that out.
Ooh,
I'm sure
okay,
plants do have feelings. Why wouldn't they? I'm sure they communicate through their roots and all sorts of bullshit. I mean, look, I mean, like, when your fingers get wrinkly in the bathtub, yeah, and everyone's had that, yeah. Do you know what they figured out why that evolved, right? And it's such a simple thing. What it is that your feet and your fingers will do this because underwater you get like a tiny percentage better grip if they go all wrinkly. That's it. That's the reason why.
Sure.
Now, how many times in your life is your life gonna depend on that shit? right? Like, how many times in your life are you gonna have like a survival increase percentage that's gonna get you in the gene pool so that you have kids, so that your finger, like it's such an obscure fucking adaptation and advantage that you have. Like, it is such a tiny thing that is almost certainly not gonna save your life, but it's there.
And it makes me think
it's fucking there, and that's the power of evolution. Like, if it's 0.0001% better, it will fucking be in the gene pool, right?
Well, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people like think that there has to be like that evolution is not just guided by its own, you know, it's not just accidental, like that there is an intention to it, right? And it seems to be the case. Like, I mean, if you just
evolutionary dead ends, right? Like Africa.
Yeah, totally. And then that's the other thing about it is that it's like, you know, you look at like the difference between like a spider and a scorpion, right? And you go, okay, how many fucking different, you know, mutational fuck ups did it take to get to like, you know, those differentiations?
Quite a lot,
right?
Yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah, but mutational fuck ups don't survive, don't reproduce.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
but
and that's what's so fucking crazy.
Another cool thing, right? Another cool thing that I was doing is when I was doing biology, I was working on this theory of mine. Another theory, and it's to do with, you know, you have people say, oh, you're not you've got evolution, and then you've got on one side of the argument, right? Oh, fucking beep noises, shut the fuck up. Perfect mic or push to talk, mate, right? Perfect mic or push to fucking talk, okay? Thank you. So, what was the theory? When you have the... Give me a sec, I have to mute someone. Who the fuck is making all those weird noises every 2 seconds? It's infuriating.
Just gas them.
Femacamp, mate. Can you go push to talk, mate? I think it's you.
Oh, is that me?
I think it might be fucking you, yeah.
Yeah, it's being you all.
I got you. Here you go.
Yeah, perfect mic or push to talk. Thank you. So, where were we? Right, you've got the argument between the creationists saying, oh, everything is completely 100% designed, and then you've got the evolutionary people with the, to be fair, vast amount of evidence saying evolution is a thing, it's all evolution. There's no design in evolution. But there's a really important mistake that they've both made, right? There's actually a third way that's a little bit in between that is it's like 99% evolution and then a little tiny percent design, right? And it's the simple fact that you pick who you have sex with. You choose who you have sex with. So if you have a woman who has like fucking a hunchback and a lazy eye and 10 legs and
hot,
right? Exactly. You're probably not gonna marry that one, right? You're not gonna.
Why? Are you being a biget right now? You should totally.
Yeah, exactly. And women do it too. Women, if you see women like talk in a circle, they'll be like, oh, I kind of want curly hair for my babies. Oh, do I want blonde hair? Or, oh, I don't know. Like, but what they're doing is that they're designing. Right?
Yeah, but that's actually
that's
just
design.
That's just natural selection.
No, it isn't natural selection because it's design. The theory of let me finish. The theory it is natural selection. You're right, it is natural selection, but it's natural designed selection. Right? Now the theory of evolution, when they argue with the creationists, is they say it is 100% not designed. They say it is 100% not designed, and that is wrong. It is partially designed. It is a tiny percentage designed because you pick your partners. And if you're a conscious entity, and then you say, well, I'm going to pick that partner to make a baby that looks like that, that's design. So
animals. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a higher level of design than when animals just pick the.
But all the animal intelligence studies is showing that they use tools. The fucking crows will use like a long stick to get they'll use a short stick to get a long stick to get a fucking piece of meat, right? Like animals are like very fucking smart. We are not as big a jump between them as we'd like to think we are. Like, it's much smaller. So actually, you are a product of design and evolution. But it's not God, right? It's not some magical sky daddy. It's fucking women picking which hair color they want.
The design happens within evolution. It's not an external designer.
Okay, but it is design. Yeah, it's within evolution, yeah, but it is design. Like, and it's like, well, why do we have opposing thumbs? Like, fuck, they must have, you know, our ancestors must have thought that was sexy. Yeah, we want more opposing thumbs. Okay, good. We want more intelligence. Okay, big brains.
Yeah, I mean,
we want bigger dicks. Okay, bigger dicks.
Sexual selection drives something, but not.
Yeah, but natural selection is normally proposed as being a force of nature. Natural selection is a force of nature. Design is a force of intellect. Right? Yes, okay, your brain is natural. Yeah, great, but you're playing word games. Like no, like it's designed.
Hey, you're playing. I think.
So that is where the scientists arguing with the creationists get it wrong, because they're in such a stressful conversation. They can't even get the creationists to admit that the fucking rock's 4 billion years old, and the creationist goes, no, it's 7,000. So in the argument, the subtleties are lost. But that's one of them, that women and men pick their partners to make the babies a certain shape. And that's design.
We're both playing word games. Yeah, I mean, you know.
No, I don't. What?
I don't think that's really designed in the sense that
you similarly make other choices like this, life choices, which is basic. It's not determinism. You make a choice to go one route or the other at different points, and that contributes to some degree probably to evolution. The choosing of the mate probably is the biggest one, though.
They're all. I mean, I don't really think that they're. I mean, when a religious person argues for design, they're talking about an external, all-powerful designer.
Yeah.
And when an evolutionary person would not disagree with what you just said.
Yeah.
Would just say it's not this design that they're arguing against.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, it's like I have a sort of. I mean, like, I am saying that there's design and evolution, which is a direct contradiction of what some evolutionary people have espoused.
Well, it is.
In the scientific community, there's those that literally say there's absolutely no design whatsoever. It's all completely 100% random, right? You got to remember that, like, let's say you've got a population of mice, yeah, and they live near the bottom of a mountain, okay? And the climate changes, and the mountain snow line goes down into their territory, right?
Okay.
This all
and they all go from brown mice to white mice because of the snow camouflage.
This is pure Lamarckism.
Yeah.
That's not scientific.
What? What do you mean it's not?
No, it's not. It's not Lamarckism.
Shut the fuck up! I'm talking pure science. Anyhow, that's what I was saying, right? If you have a brown mouse population, and you have, and they're going to turn to white mice. They're going to turn to white mice, right? From brown fur to white fur.
Die.
Yeah. What? Because of the snow, mates. The snow. They're not going to die. They're going to survive better. Shut the fuck up and stop interrupting. Yeah. So you've got brown mice going to white mice because the climate's changed. Yeah. What percentage pressure does it take to make the whole population go from brown mice to white mice? What percentage? Do you guys have a guess? What percentage chance of death? Like how much pressure?
It depends on how long it takes, and it depends on what allele frequency of the different colors.
Okay.
80.
What percent? Yeah, like we're talking like if there's 100 mice, how many have to die, right? For the each generation, for the pressure to make the whole generation shift from brown fur to white fur. What percentage?
It depends on
75%.
75%. We had 80%. We had 75%. Okay, what other numbers we got here? Everyone say a number once. Don't worry if you're wrong. Just say a number. Guess.
Faggotry.
Faggotry. Come on. Come on. What's the number? Guess. Don't say faggotry. Shut the fuck up and just guess. Come on.
No, this conversation's very retarded. You're just being Lamarckian.
I don't even know what Lamarckian is, and it's not retarded if it's literally intelligent. Shut the fuck up.
It
You're not gonna say a
depends.
number. Shut the
It's
fuck
not
up. Alright,
Lamarckian.
so the number.
Lamarckian.
Okay, I know what the number is, right? The number
Wait.
is
You
zero-
are discussing. You are discussing evolutionary biology without knowing who Lamarck is. Are you serious?
I forget exactly who it is, but what's the number, dude? Can you stop trying to take over the conversation? Yeah? What's the number?
There is no specific number. There is no specific number. It depends on the
This is a
factors.
study that the study's number found what it was. It was 0.5%. 0.5% pressure is all it took to make the whole mouse population go from brown to
Fine
white.
pressure.
Less than 1%, half of 1%.
Pressure. What does pressure mean?
Pressure means the percentage probability that the mouse dies. Like, so out of 200 mouse, 1 died. And that was enough to make that was enough over time to make the whole thing go from brown to white mice.
Right. Well, in theory, as long as one better than the other, and there is a mutation, it is possible to get a mutation of that kind, or there already exists an allele in the population. As long as one color is better than the other, you will get that color over time. But it may take billions of years.
Nope, didn't take that long.
Well, that's because this population we're talking about must have already had a certain amount of the different colored mice.
Yeah, and like what
Yeah.
fertility are you talking about?
Well, it's mice. They breed and fuck pretty quickly, so.
Well, different species maybe breed differently.
Well, you don't actually have to alter genetic code for changes to occur.
Well, the code gets altered. I mean,
No, the code just reacts differently to external pressures.
well, in this case, we're probably actually talking about change in genes in the population.
Maybe not. Maybe it's just epigenetic change.
Probably.
So the genes are expressed differently because there's pressure in the environment that causes them to be expressed differently.
Hair color's a lot of genes. Hair color's like tends to be fur color.
Yeah,
hair
hair
color,
color
things
is
like that
usually
tends to
not-
be like not just one gene. It tends to be like a whole mixture of genes. Like your human hair color is not one gene. It's like a whole bunch of.
Yeah, but you don't
Same-
actually have to change the entire code. Well, all those different in order. It just has to be expressed differently to suit adaptation in order not to die in the environment.
Fur color is epigenetic, but there might be
fur-
examples.
Fur color's not really epigenetic. It's more like immune system, very much so it is, but fur color's not so much. Fur color's kind of like you're born and like look at cats and dogs, look at humans.
Yeah, look at humans.
Humans,
I mean,
yeah.
blonde hair, brown hair, and black hair. That's all genetic.
Yeah, we call it hair. We call it hair, but really it's fur. Like really it's fur.
You can't feed a baby something to get blonde hair.
Yeah.
Some lefty blog just made a post about us saying that we are as bad as the Daily Stormer.
About Erkenbrand or about?
Yeah, about. Oh, that's great.
Well, I mean, I bet like 50% or more of your members read the Daily Stormer.
Yes.
So then you might as well be.
Not publicly. Anyway, you carry on with your conversation. It's just Dutch thing's fun.
I look at the numbers for Daily Stormer. They seem to be big in Germany.
Oy it's another.
Hey, can anybody link the study with the mice?
Yeah, it would be interesting.
I searched for it. I'm sure you can find it. I read it years ago. It's just nice that people always guess like 80%. They always way overestimate what it takes.
Yeah, because you think they have to die off, you know, and for the the change in the small population to be bred back into the larger population. So the smaller population becomes now the larger population because the other mice basically die off because they didn't have the advantage of those few individuals.
What you're describing, though, sounds exactly like Lamarck's theories. Lamarck was a French scientist who was pre-Darwinian, and he argued that parental behavior directly influenced the next generation. So basically, giraffes have long necks because at some point they started reaching for higher and higher leaves.
Is arguing that your behavior in life affected your kids, but that's not what this doesn't require that. He's not saying that when the snow made their kids white. He's saying that the mice.
What is that compound?
He said what?
The mice that had white fur genes had more kids, and the brown fur gene mice had less kids, and so over time, the population as overall changed color.
Yeah, but he's talking in the span of like 2-3 generations, and I don't think it's that fast.
I didn't say how many generations it was. I just said it was a mouse population at the bottom of the mountain. Remember, mice breed and fuck pretty fast, mate. Like 1 year, they could have like 20 generations.
True. There's a famous example of moths in England. I mean, there's a famous example of moths in England where color, they used to be like white, or they used to be a light color, and so that they could hide on the trees, but then there was so much coal was being burned over time that they changed to a darker color so that they could have camouflage. Everything was covered with soot. And then when they got rid of the coal burning, they burned less coal, and then recently the moths changed back to a lighter color. Many.
What kind of animal? Moths?
That's pretty fast. I mean, it
took decades, and they have kids every year. And so, no, I mean, think about it. Like, yourself, if you lose that ability,
it goes quick.
I mean, only the ones that have the correct camouflage will survive and have kids in the next generation, and then their kids will have the changed color.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but apparently it's not the case if a larger percentage doesn't die off because they don't have the advantage, which was the case because apparently the mice didn't get killed or something, which is what is baffling to me. You'd assume that the brown mice will get eaten at a higher rate because they can't camouflage themselves in the snow, and that's why.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like the brown mice turned into white mice because of the snow. That's exactly what happened. That's what happened.
Well, the population overall.
And the whole population turned into white mice. The whole population, because
of white mice changed in the population.
Yeah, they were all brown, then they all became white. That's right. Because of the snow. And the snow, the question is, what percentage advantage does the snow give? Like, how good are we talking? And it turns out to just be fucking 0.5%. That's all it took.
So it's like prune fingers.
So it's like prune fingers, a tiny advantage, tiny fucking advantage, that's right.
But a tiny advantage may be a large one in a long period of time.
Yeah.
It makes me think a little bit of counting in blackjack. If you count cards, you have like 1% advantage of the dealer, but you still win.
Yeah. Like the.
It just shows how efficient nature is, really, at selection and change.
It's step lock, or how do you say that?
Who's breathing?
Yeah, perfect microphone.
So fatty. The fat guy.
Fucking. Sorry, I didn't realise. My push to talk was fucking up. How are we all doing?
We are.
Oh, good.
Good.
Faust, what is that building complex?
What building complex are you talking about?
The Italian style housing.
Italian style housing, what, here in the Netherlands?
No, you linked the picture.
Oh, that's my village in Portugal.
Huh.
Yeah.
You are the mayor there?
No, it's my parents bought it and turned it into a hotel. I lived there for a few years.
Huh. Pretty cool.
Yeah, voor 250.000 gulden. Kost geen rol.
And where's the housing for the slaves? Is it in the basement?
They sleep in the fields. They don't go.
They use a little cotton. They
Portuguese slaves are
hold
pretty
behind and they sleep on the cotton.
Exactly. Well, Portuguese slaves are pretty lazy though. We have to import some from Africa. And that's how it starts.
Yeah, I better switch them for Slavs.
I agree. It's a more appropriate name anyway. Bloody Slavs. But why did this suddenly come up? I was busy reading this Antifa blog about us.
Oh, I know, I
Yeah,
just
read it,
noticed the
link it.
picture.
Can you link the Antifa blog?
Yeah, I want to see it.
I can link it, but you guys don't speak Dutch, so good luck with that.
Google Translate.
Fuck.
You
Just
can
read the best
translate.
bits.
You
Yeah,
can
read it.
translate the. You can translate the page.
Okay, you want to know the funniest thing that's in this article? They're saying that a bunch of these liberal civ-cug groups, like Geen Stijl
Nonning,
and so on, they're saying those are more extreme than the American alt-right. I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
Oh god, yeah, they're saying that some civ-cug liberal nationalists are worse than the American alt-right, and I'm like, oh my god, you have just no idea what you're talking about.
Just say Spencer would gas them all. It'll freak him out.
Maybe they're
Yeah,
just
we're not-
used to saying that, you know?
Now our strategy is not to react, because at this point, like, it's about us. We haven't done anything at this point. It's just the liberals fighting the socialists.
Yeah, that's what I got when I read that article. It was kind of like they were just being pitted against one another. Because didn't one of them attack? They kind of like reacted really.
Yeah.
They're really angry. I found that quite funny.
Yeah, it's just liberals versus socialists fighting each other. We don't have to do anything. It's great.
It's good. You're basically.
That's
being
wise,
a
I
Jew in
think.
this situation.
Yeah.
You're effectively being the Jew, which is good.
Yes, we are co-opting Jewish methods. It's great.
That's good.
Soon we'll be putting out some loans.
But could it be their own Could it be a strategy of those guys to
It's just-
spread misinformation?
No.
It's
No,
Dutch
no, the
Dutch
lefties-
usury.
The lefties genuinely think that those liberals are practically Nazis, so they attack them just as badly as us.
Huh.
Yeah, and the
Lightning
liberals, they
rod.
like us, but we're not big enough for them to be a target for them, so they prefer fighting the left. So really, just eat popcorn and watch.
Lit.
Yeah, and then maybe get a few articles published here and there to keep stoking the fires. I'm working on that. Be funny.
It's kind of like the only reason the alt-right in America was got famous was mainly because of the Hillary Clinton speech in which she effectively called them out and name dropped them, and that's the only reason they ever got famous. I mean, Spencer had been going on alt-right.com from 2008 and with relatively no success. It's only when
It
well,
had been picking steam.
compared to with the Trump campaign, yes, but compared to what it's at now, we're doing rally.
Also,
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah, no, it did really break into the mainstream with Hillary Clinton's speech. That's true.
Oh yeah, I think that was the main event that really broke the ice. It's just like every attempt they make to try and destroy or silence it just seems to get stronger.
Well, you get exposure, plus the movement can't grow too fast. It would be detrimental.
I agree, but what the alt-right has is that we've able to early on distinguish between the alt-right and the alt-light. And as long as we keep that distinction fairly concrete, it'll help. Or are we too
I honestly think Spencer keeps going on about this. Disavow the old light, be ideologically pure. Honestly, I think using them as a shield is much more pragmatic. Just using them as meat shields at like rallies, using them as deflection tactic. It's much more practical to do that. Use them as bodies to fill up your, use them as bodies to become casualties instead of our own guys. Let Milo take the pedophilia fall instead of one of us.
It is pretty annoying to be mischaracterized and to be associated with Milo. It is really annoying when they call him all right and they're saying, "Oh, the all right is a bunch of faggots."
Yeah, but we know the truth to ourselves, though, right?
Normies don't, and when the normies hear that he's the all right, they're not going to want to join.
No, but the normies will be more accepting.
That's not true.
Which means it normalizes our ideas, and that's useful.
Well,
at some point we gotta. The question is when.
True, but
you need the movement to grow slowly. Plus, if you use the alt-light as a lightning rod, the constant shocks over time make them come over to our side. Like a lot of individuals will just switch sides because they get red-pilled due to the constant shocks.
We should keep the door open to them as well, because it is a gradual process, and most of us at some point were lefties, weren't we? And it's a gradual process, so calling them the enemy and pushing them away is not a good idea. It makes them an enemy of us. We should sort of be lukewarm towards them, I think.
Well, actually, the other problem is that the alt-light was really counter-signaling.
True.
And if that was allowed to continue too much, then they could hurt the real alt-right.
The media.
Yeah, Cernovich is doing that now.
True, but the media doesn't care anyway, so...
Mike does nothing.
He can say what he wants, but Cernovich is less relevant than Spencer. People will go and interview Spencer.
Your mic crapped out completely.
Like, you can't hear me at all?
Can you guys hear him?
Panzer might actually not be talking, but Panzer, if you are talking...
Oh, maybe an auto. Okay. Not responding at all to mainstream media is the best strategy. Then you can choose and pick, because they will butcher you. Even if you had a good interview.
Yeah, but we need exposure anyway.
Yeah.
You need publicity.
Then you got to create your own diversion, like something ridiculous. So all the focus goes there. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Milo, but then we need some kind of Milo of the alt-right.
I think that with the controlled media, it's very difficult to.
Yeah, you can't go through that barrier.
Yeah, but here we are chatting. Yeah. We are through their barrier. Like, we are what you're talking about. Like, that is
basically.
Yeah, and that is a good thing.
Almost.
It's just
Knightmarez actually reminds me of Milo.
No, but even Alex Jones and people can't go through it. They get butchered in the mainstream.
What type of people? Alex Jones type what?
Alex Jones was recently did an interview with what's her name, that male woman. What's her name? That Fox News woman.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Megyn Kelly.
Megyn Kelly.
Yes, she. V.
Is it?
He lost there.
Post op.
That's not how the alt-right views it, actually.
Well, Vox Day does.
Ridiculous.
He's alt-right/right. Alt-right right.
Vox Day, I think he's alt-right.
Yeah, he's right, but he's not completely super right. He thinks he's above the Nazis.
Well, look, if you're going to be exposed constantly, you can't actually be that far right. It's not healthy for you. It's detrimental, basically, for you. You can be privately, possibly, or with private groups, or where you hang out with the guys, or. But if you're going public, you can't be that alt-right.
True.
It's like spoon feeding. It's very slowly. Also, the movement can't grow too fast. If the movement suddenly explodes overnight, that would bring in a whole lot of normies, and it's like a migration, right?
Releases all the energy prematurely again.
No, it's like a modern day migration, you know. If you assimilate one or two individuals,
they want to drip it, drip.
But if you have to assimilate millions of people at once, that's going to be impossible. So I'm comfortable with the speed we're having right now. It's okay. There are booms every now and then when something crazy happens, like Hellgate or whatever. I think it's great. Where did what's his name go? That
Faust.
Panzer. Yeah, where's Panzer?
I think he's on a mobile phone at work or something.
What the fuck? Okay, he's back.
Hello.
Microphone still doesn't work.
Yeah, well, it's low, but
no.
that's about it.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, good. I don't know what happened there. I just finished reading that blog. You want to hear something funny? Hand rubbing. They said de correspondent in een PVV-blog.
What?
I know.
What does that mean?
Oh, well, they're saying this really lefty blog. They're saying it's a party outlet for wilders.
Okay, these people are retarded.
Yes.
And who are the accusers?
Oh,
de Volkskrant?
Nee, frontaal maakt. It's like an Antifa blog. They're saying like, honestly, it's fantastic because they're calling all these liberals literal fucking Nazis, and they're just totally not. In fact,
that's a good denial of service for the real right.
I know it helps us mainly, and in fact, he also said that he thinks Erkenbrand's a conspiracy theory, that we are
that you don't exist.
We're a fake group set up to make the left look bad or something. It's great. I love it.
What the fuck?
Because, you know, they genuinely need help to make the left look bad, man. They need help.
I wonder if they are worried about what's his name? FVD. That's their most dangerous enemy now.
Oh yeah. No, this blog post also ended with saying like, why the hell are we even doing research into these fringe alt-right groups when there's literal neo-Nazis like FVD in the parliament? That was the last line in the article.
It's gonna be a culture shock for them soon.
That's been going on for like 30 years. I mean, you should look at one of the speeches one of the guys from the Centrum Partij gave at one of our meetings. He talks about how in the 80s, like commies would just burn their cars, fire machine guns at them, throw fire bombs at their meetings, and so on. And this was like,
yeah, in retrospect, it looks very weird. All.
Yeah, but it's been moving right wing for the last 30 to 40 years, though.
Yeah, I did a little spreadsheet analysis of the voting results, and you see, you can see a little shift to the right every election. But that's a very, what do you call that? An guesstimation, because parties internally also shift political sides.
This is true, but hey, send me that. I could use that for an article.
Well, it's not scientific or anything.
No, but it's a good setup to get someone to do it, because I don't write any articles. I just make people write articles.
Let me see if I can find the image.
Yeah, thanks. So what were you guys discussing while I was busy crashing?
I was chilling.
I really encourage the British to start doing more, because honestly, there's so many of you that I meet online, but there's nothing going on there on the right.
The Tories are cucked anyway, so.
That's exactly why you need even more.
UKIP isn't better.
UKIP just got after we voted leave. UKIP just lost everything. They lost all their votes. And
They had one
first
goal,
past the post.
basically.
It's first past the post system, so you have no hope. You've either got Tories who are multicultural or Labour who are even more multicultural. It is a
I thought we had concluded that elections weren't going to be the winning thing anyway. We have to do cultural and social activism. Do the Golden Dawn.
That's true.
Thing. So,
Yeah. To be fair, you're right.
And even then, if you can go to the BMP, although I wouldn't recommend it, or you can take something new.
They're gone. Nick Griffin isn't even around anymore.
Really?
Yeah, retards anyway.
Man, that sucks.
If Nick Griffin left, then fucking, you know what I mean?
Well, the UK is in pretty deep shit if nothing happens soon. They can't continue the exit like this.
Honestly, I'm not sure Brexit is going to happen at this rate.
Me neither. It's kind of sucks.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I mean, the EU is going to sanction us pretty much. I mean, Hungary and Poland here.
Yeah.
And we're fucked. Well, maybe not that much, because Hungary, for example, has opened markets to Africa and the East a lot. Kazakhstan, other places. Plus, the stuff we get from Europe, all the money that people say Hungary gets, for example, can only be used for EU-sanctioned projects, which are liberal cucked projects, basically.
Projects and so on.
There's a certain percentage, yeah.
I mean, you do use a lot of that money.
Not so much, because people can't really access most of it. And a lot of it is, as I said, for cucked projects. We can use for the infrastructure maybe, but we also pay back into the EU. So overall, I think Hungary loses more money by being part of the EU than it gains. It's just money you can't use for anything.
I think that's probably right. I mean, just the euro, and but you don't have the euro, do you? You have the florin.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the euro is a big reason for example, Greece and Portugal and Spain doing really badly.
Exactly.
If you don't have a euro, I'm not sure.
They should have went back to their own currencies and devalued them. That way you can export better, and it'll suck for a while, but...
Yeah, you can devalue your currency, it would be much better.
I don't actually know what's going on in Greece now with Golden Dawn or any of the right-wing parties.
One of our guys had a meeting with them 2 days ago in Brussels, and I talked to them when they gave a speech to us here, and they're just basically planning to try and increase their share of the vote and then through a coalition get into power.
When's the next election?
You never know in Greece, but I think until 2018 it was. No,
Yeah, so 2020.
Yeah, it's still
Oh, they have time. I have no idea. What's the situation there? Is it worse than before? Like they had bank runs, and I hear electricity problems, and the population has been getting poorer or whatever.
No, it hasn't improved. The rioting has ended, but they're still receiving EU emergency funds constantly. The economy hasn't improved, so the structural problems are all still there, and if Golden Dawn plays its cards right, it can increase their vote percentage to about 20%, which is what they need to form a government. Because Greek politics are very divided, and if you have about 20%, you can form a government. I mean, the current government only has 35% of the seats in parliament.
I see. Well, they have time, so.
Guten Tag.
Hello.
Moin.
I tell you what, you fucking Dane, you have the weirdest fucking mic settings.
What do you mean?
You're barely audible.
No. You can understand what I'm saying, can't you?
It's all very hissy. Constantly.
What about now?
That's a bit better.
Oh, yeah, I was breathing directly into the mic. That probably wasn't so good.
That was probably it then.
Yeah. Sorry.
That was probably why nobody could understand you earlier.
I guess.
So, anything interesting happened in the meantime?
No.
Yeah. So, what's going on in Denmark?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm having a vacation. I'm not paying attention.
That's not very patriotic.
But vacation.
Yeah, but vacation is degenerate.
Everything's degenerate.
Everything except tilling your fields and making children is degenerate.
So if I was just some guy who like didn't wash, did loads of, you know, just in a field fucking some ugly wife, that would not be degenerate. Okay.
Yes, that's the only way not to be degenerate. Building your house, maintaining your fields, making children. Yep.
To be fair, Scotland has like people going to food banks, but also has like the lowest, like a really high ratio of land to people. Like there's absolutely no reason for it in Scotland, for example. So if they just, you know, encourage people to grow their own fucking food, everything would be way better.
Well, we're a food exporting country, so, but it's all very mechanized and industrialized. It's not like you're there farming with a hoe or anything. It's all super advanced robotics and so on.
Yeah.
So you guys saw that Alliansen thing?
Who? What? No.
The Norwegian thing, where they're asking for shit posters and activists and so on.
No, can you link it to me?
Somewhere, hold on. I got it from the other Dutch guy. Good thing you linked me that, actually. Because we actually have a guy going to Norway pretty soon. Voice. That was close. There you go. And he says that's an alt-right party that's going to run for elections at the end of this year, and they ask for international help. Shit posters, activists.
Gotcha.
So how am I going to convince you to join Erkenbrand hand building?
Were you talking before or what? I didn't have audio.
Oh right. Well,
Since until I reconnect.
Oh, okay. I was telling you thanks for linking me that Janssen video.
Yeah, for now I don't want to become a member.
Alright, that's fine.
I'll be a supporter on the sideline.
Will you wear a dress and some pom-poms?
Oh what? Oh yeah.
Do some good cheerleading there. Ah, that's fine.
I'll wear a big hat.
Edwin Wagenveld. That guy once emailed us actually to try and...
Yeah, you told that, yeah. But the day after you told me, he got arrested again.
Well, that's exactly where we don't... Oh, for the international listeners. That's the leader of Pegida Netherlands we're talking about. He's a moron.
Well, if he is not a secret agent, he's alright. In my opinion.
Well, the thing is, like, he kind of had a fight with every other organization that went to his protests, and so they don't want to work with him anymore.
Is he a thrill seeker or something?
No,
Or just a troublemaker?
He's very authoritarian, and everything has to be done his way, and he doesn't allow anyone to like give any input or hij duldt geen tegenspraak, weet je?
Yeah, a Wilders type.
Yeah, kinda. So Identitair Verzet doesn't like him, Voorpost doesn't like him, Zwartfront doesn't like him. Basically everyone who ever went to any of those protests.
Hey, by the way, your microphone is louder now.
Yeah, when I join at first it's fine, and then it drops after a while, and I don't know.
Oh, then you have to take it off auto. I don't know. Do you use the app?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember the settings, but yeah, I guess you already checked the settings. You can adjust various parameters.
Let me see here. I can mute the channel. I don't think that'll help.
No, it's in your profile. Under the user setting.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I see it. Okay, yeah.
Okay, that is fucking awesome what you just posted there in Voice General, Overly Critical Foreigner.
Yo.
What?
How's it going, my dude?
Oh, it's going good so far.
Cool.
I just ate the most burger thing ever.
What was it?
The cheeseburger with the fixings and fries.
So,
Well,
do you know David Berkowitz?
I know the name, but not sure anymore.
He was like a notorious serial killer.
Huh?
Like a serial killer.
What was his artist name?
Was he killing Jews? Was he a self-hating Jew that was killing Jews?
Nah, the thing, let me just read this to you.
Okay.
Often, when we find out someone assumed Jewish is not, we are disappointed. This time, we are doing cartwheels. David Berkowitz, son of Sam, notorious serial killer. That last name sure sounds Jewish, doesn't it? Well, he was adopted by Jews. His birth parents were Betty and Anthony Falco. So can we breathe easily? Not so fast. Turns out his real father was actually Joseph Kleinman, a Jew, and Betty Falco's maiden name was Broder, a Jew as well. Oh no. Or yes, Berkowitz became a born-again Christian denouncing Judaism and sue the cartwheels. Besides, real Jews don't take orders from talking dogs.
Wait, so this is a serial killer who killed non-Jews?
I don't know, possibly.
That's what it sounds
So,
like.
Oh, you know Robert Durst. Oh, standing on the
Durst.
line. Huh? Robert Durst. Standing online at the supermarket, there's really only one thing to do: search for Jews. Well, not amongst the actual people, of course. As it turns out, that kind of questioning is deemed creepy. The celebrities on the covers of tabloids, however, they are fair game. So let's see what we've got. People. Angelina Jolie wants another baby. Well, we know she's not Jewish. Thanks, Hashem. National Enquirer, Robert Durst. Secret murderer. Uh-oh, yep, the man who may very well be America's unknown serial killer is a Jew. Damn. Weekly World News. Bad boy captured on NYC subway. Yup, in the pile of stories about crazed celebrities and crazy psychopaths, we are pleased to bring you the most important information you'll receive today. Bad boy, not a Jew. Verdict, sadly a Jew. So, let's see. Robert Durst kill count. Robert Durst kill count. Oh, he killed like 4 people or something. Lame.
Where are you reading this?
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, was it you?
Wow, let me just read this.
Oh, the
One of
beer.
the dirt.
The guy from the beer Bible.
Now Michael Jackson.
The musician. There are multiple.
Yeah, but I meant the black to white, you know?
Okay.
The smooth
Michael
criminal.
Jackson. What is wrong with Michael Jackson?
Let me read this. One of the dirty secrets of J.O. and J, besides the poker shack in the swamp, is our death pool, a number of not yet profiled, possibly Jewish celebrities that might expire relatively soon. These might deserve a profile in order to increase site traffic and respect the dead, but mostly the first thing. Anyway, someone like Martin Landau or Jerry Lewis make a good candidate for the death pool, but not Michael Jackson, of course. Not because of his age, but because no one in their right mind would ever think that Jackson was Jewish. But Jackson's first two children, Prince Michael I and Paris Michael Catherine, very creative naming with Mr. Jackson, are in fact Jewish. Hierarchically, their mother is Jackson's former nurse, Debbie Rowe, the Jewish Debbie Rowe. Jesus Jackson
Christ.
Was mom on the identity of the mother of the third Prince Michael II. Seriously, what creativity. But that gives us two of three. Now, they weren't raised Jewish, and frankly, we're not going to speculate on what the childhood may have been like, but you know what? We'll take it, at least until the inevitable scandal shows up. And oh, there's more. Did you know that recently Jackson befriended a rabbi, started to attend a synagogue, and was a regular at Shabbat dinners? Now, does that make Jackson a Jew? No. His infatuation with Judaism was temporary. He never intended to convert. According to the rabbi, he needed some sort of spiritual base. That said, the thought of Jacko in the temple wearing a yarmulke, holding a siddur is a tad unsettling. But there it is. Still, if only we had known sooner,
Holding
we
his
could
nose.
have queued this up, the pool, and been so timely and respectful.
Hey, maybe they tried to put a big nose on him. That's
Also,
why he
like
had the
this
operation.
back in 2009.
Well, the Michael Jackson, like they were fucking, like he was pretty woke on the Jews, dude. Like,
Remember, they don't really
care about us. Yeah, that's all.
He had like a line there that went, "Kick me, kike me." Oh no, it went.
I
"Do me,
remember.
sue me, everybody do me, kick me, kike me, keep black or white me."
Oh, I never read the lyrics of that.
Yeah, but the best thing is they censored those lyrics. Like they put like real loud sound effects over them, like even on the official Michael Jackson Vivo.
Hey, the Serbian seems like a good bloke or not?
Well,
the
Serbs are white.
George Michael.
Yeah, but he seems like a good member candidate. Not sure, but that's my feeling. The Serb in Voice General 1. Bogan.
Not sure which
Whomstuff?
He can't enter this room because he is not a member. He has to. Whomst?
So y'all like back? Oh, pink, nice. Here, Elisha Beth Moore.
Family portrait.
Pink is half Jewish. It's not that obvious, sure, but after surprising either. Oh, what is surprising, however, is Pink coming to the defense of Mel Gibson. Alcohol makes you do crazy things, Pink said. I'm a fan of his work. Really, Pink? Really? A fan of his work? What work would you
Mel is one of the best directors.
Weapon was pretty cool, but that was 20 years ago, and he played a lunatic, not much of a stretch. What he has done since then, Braveheart, overrated. The Patriot, lame. Sings, preachy. What women want? Well, we didn't see that one, but come on, what women want? Sorry, Mel Gibson.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Yeah, dude,
How could that be?
Stop reading the paper.
Hey, dude, if we ask you to
Just
stop,
don't tell us it's the Passion of the Christ that Pink
I
is
will
a fan
not
of.
hear fucking Saint
If that's
Mel
the
being
case, then
Hey, Moran, shut the fuck up.
dude, if someone asks you to shut up, shut
Maul
up.
houden.
At least until we get the power to excommunicate.
Maul houden.
Verdict, borderline Jew.
I know you're bored.
Apocalypto.
I will mute you.
Apocalypto was the shit, dude. Fucking.
You want to read? Oh, I understand.
Apocalypto was great, man.
And you were
You want me to
terrible at
read
reading
more.
things. When you read things, you read them sort of like this, and it's just a robot voice, and there's not really anything interesting.
It
And I
sounds
could-
fine, but why
No,
is
you don't
does it
understand.
going on? Why are you doing this?
Yes.
Why are you reading the paper?
Oh, why? Good question.
Hey, I've got an idea. Take a phone book. You know,
Hey, that's not even a bad idea. I got
we
one.
start with the letter A.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then only read all the Jewish names.
we don't got that many Jews anymore.
Oh, lucky you. What'd you do with them?
I think they all went to America like after 1945.
Hey, you take that
Okay.
back. Merchant's my best friend.
Okay, let me start here.
No,
Thank you, Merchant.
I will.
Okay.
Server, mute you.
I will not fucking sit here and listen to Saint Mel be defamed by the likes of you.
Abflusskummer,
Brazilian.
servicenummer.de.
I didn't defame Mel.
The server mute is approaching.
06122550.
Like this will
22
Hey,
happen.
wait. You
This
forgot
will
the
happen.
country code. With country codes.
Stop
Please?
speaking
Oh.
Brazilian.
Whatever. Sonnenschein, Kanalreinigung, Wasserschadbeseitigung,
shampoo
technische
bottles.
Trocknung, Kanalsicherung, TV-Untersuchung. 24 Stunden Notdienst.
You have 10 seconds to
0626 990088.
9, 8, 7,
9.
9, 9, 9.
Countdown from 10. 10.
Are we
9.
really that fucking bored? Are we really that fucking bored? Fuck me.
I'm literally reading a fucking phone book. Okay.
No,
we
no,
go.
you're not. You're literally
Hey.
being server muted if you do. Like
You're
I am.
Guys,
I already did that.
Stop.
You're literally being autistic.
Keizer,
That's not
read
autism, mate. That's not autism. That is just such boredom, such lack of human interaction that anything counts. Like, I take it you don't have a girlfriend. I'm going to assume that.
Well, I do have a girlfriend. I'm already
When was the last
engaged,
time
you know.
you interacted with other human beings?
And
Like,
this is the
how long
German
ago?
brain on anime.
Is she from? Is she from Syria?
Anime is fucking trash, nigga.
No, there's some good anime. There's some good anime out there.
No.
Anime
There's
is
some
fucking
amazing
trash,
fucking anime.
nigga.
There's some amazing anime.
It's a Japanese subversion of white.
Nice echo in your house. Are you in jail?
No, I just
No,
have a
he's taking
big
a
house.
shit.
It does
No.
not matter what it is. It's the
Go
country.
to
Two
the
hours out of
toilet.
your house.
Look, I'll go to the toilet, okay?
Okay, have another
I'm
beer.
walking right now. Let me just. Okay, I'm already almost there.
God, you fucking Eurofags in here fucking dropping deuces on the fucking.
Okay, now I'm in the toilet. How does this sound, nigga?
No,
Sounds like.
we weren't. I wasn't hating Mel. He was just. I love Mel. Gibson.
I love Jews.
Hey, proclaim your love for Mel right now.
Who?
Mel Gibson.
This guy is now on the toilet doing things with his other hand.
I'm not on the toilet.
He's giving himself a blumpkin.
You just said so.
What?
He's giving himself a blumpkin.
No.
I knew you Germans were freaky. Shouldn't have ever looked at on it.
How did he get fatted? What did you tell to Nanas?
Nona? What did your Nona say? Nona says you must eat or you don't love Nona.
Yo.
I'm just saying that Lincoln is better than BMW, that's all.
I must say that JFK is better than Lincoln.
I must say that fucking Trump,
Catholics are good people.
yeah, well, they're the only people.
Social parasites.
My
Blumpkin.
girlfriend is a gross Jewess.
Blumpkin, the delicately balanced art of getting your cock sucked while taking a dump.
Oh.
And now used in a sentence. Morty made frequent trips to the office restroom, but never when the janitor who called Costa Rica.
Are you just reading
My
from
God,
the
is
live?
that-
Are you reading from a
Because
fucking
that's
dictionary
the
now?
guy.
Like
Like
old are you?
fucking wow.
Blumpkins.
Urban Dictionary.
Fucking
German
wow,
guy.
mate.
How old are you?
Hey, you know what? If you're gonna just list things, dude, like you have to do it in the voice of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay, I can't do that shit though.
You gotta do it, dude. You go. Well, you got your goddamn Blumpkins. You're
I
right.
can't. I don't even know how the guy speaks. Like I.
Goddamn dirty Sanchez, motherfucking.
Receiving a
Spider-Man
blowjob while taking a shit to perfection, then you will die.
Hey,
If
Keizer.
both can escape your body at the same time, then
What?
yes, you die. If you
What?
don't believe me, try and find someone who has.
Keizer, you sound like someone who needs to join the war. You know that podcast?
The whoa.
The war.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Remove
you gotta join the
kebab,
whoa.
my nigga.
What's the
Podcast.
What's the music? Balkan.
Whomst?
I heard music just now.
Yeah, it was the remove kebab like Serbian army.
Yeah, that's a great song. Yeah.
Listen, what we need to do is hold the Wowie. We need to hold the Wowie for the white man. And then when we have the Wowie, we will release the secret weapon.
Are you on the right side of the wall?
Y'all are retarded, autistic.
Dude, dude, Germans don't do the fucking Japanese thing, do they? Where they go like the R's and L's are the same?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Well, when you say war, I can't tell if you're saying war or wall.
Oh, I'm not German. Well, I'm not good at speaking, so...
Oh, okay.
War.
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 War. Man, come on.
Krieg.
You got your civil wars. You got your...
No, I meant...
wars. You got your 30-year war. Motherfucking World War One. World War II. Why? Stone Cold Steve Auschwitz said so.
Stone Cold Steve Auschwitz. That was pretty good, mate. I've never heard that line before.
The original goddamn Texas rattlesnake camp.
Right.
Drinking Gerl Steiner.
But that guy just now, is he crazy?
What?
But the guy with the German flag.
What?
Yes, he is.
Or just bored. Just bored, mate.
Yeah.
Just bored.
I'm Jesse Ventura. I was a fighter. I was a governor. I've seen things that would make the fisting guys blink. You know, Alex, these FEMA camps, I'd like to see them in person. Could you show me? Hello? Howard? Alex? Anybody? I've like you wouldn't believe. Ventura changed. Is everybody away? No one? What happened? Hey.
Alucard.
I lost the game I was playing.
Dracula, Alucard.
Hellsing's a good enemy.
Yeah, that's your avatar, isn't it?
Me? No. Mine's a different thing. I'm not as awesome as I am. I'm not sure if I'm Alucard level of amazing. I don't have demonic powers, so perhaps another day.
Well, I thought